One of the things that's helped me a lot over this last year, guys, has been reading. Reading is just one of those things I feel like everybody, and I mean everybody, must do. There is a genre out there for everyone. I mean, everyone. I don't care if you're into sports, you're into fiction, you're into nonfiction, you're into science, you're into just history, you're into conquest, war, military. There's books out there for everybody. The Splinter Cell video game series actually started as a book. Actually, many video games have actually started out as book series, like The Witcher, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. All of those started as books, guys, and very successful, very life-changing books for many people. People think reading is boring, in our super attention-based economy where everything has to be a 15-second soundbite, everything has to be a snappy edit, nothing can be slow-paced. This reading will change you to think slowly, and it slows your brain down, and we need more things that slow down our thinking, guys. We all are just a little too hyped up, a little too excited, a little too wired up throughout the day. That's why we're all running around with cortisol and other stress hormones that are just jacking up our body all day, every day. When reading slows your brain down, one of the things it does is it relaxes you, like your muscles. There was a study done by the University of Essex, I think it is, and it showed that reading relaxes you like nothing else. Like they looked at, they compared it to like jogging and exercise, and even just laying in bed doing nothing. And reading actually relaxes you more than every single one of those. Listening to music, it relaxes you more than every other thing I've listed so far. And it is just amazing for what it can do for your brain and your body. Like I said, you can travel to new planets. You can just escape and get away from your reality. And all for the cost of like a cup of coffee. You can condense the brightest minds of all time into a couple hundred pages and sell it for $10, and you can just download their brain for like a couple hours. It's amazing, really, when you think about it, and it's just something we just take for granted. Like we just want to see a TikTok roll. We just want to scroll TikTok for 2 hours. We don't want to, download the thoughts of the greats that came before us. And when you start reading, you realize a lot of them went through the same issues we have today. Like the way you feel about your relationship, or the way you feel about your job, or the way you feel about anything in your life. Many thousands of people, millions of people have gone through it, and a couple of thousand have written books about it. So it's a great way for you to, explore your thoughts. And when you start reading, you will explore thoughts. If you read for a couple of hours, you'll notice like when you come off the book, you just start thinking, And that's something we just don't do a lot anymore. We don't spend enough time just sitting with our thoughts and just thinking. When I finished reading, I was reading another book called The Age of Addiction by David Courtwright. I was just reading about how the history of how addiction evolved with capitalism and commercial society, and how we're all just addicted to social media the way we are addicted to other vices like alcohol and gambling. And it was just a really interesting read, and it just had me thinking the whole time afterwards. Like I spent hours and hours just thinking, like so much so like my brain actually started to feel tired. And that's another beautiful thing about it, is just being tired. Like I know it makes it sound like you're going to be low energy, but you're not actually going to be low energy. But reading will make you sleepy. It'll make you very sleepy, and you're probably just thinking it will because it'll make you bored, which yeah, at first it might. The first couple books you read, you're going to probably be a little bored. But the more you read and the more consistently you do it, you'll notice it gets a little easier. And usually with most books, by the time you've gotten to about like the second to like third 100th page, you really start to get into it. Like you're actually hooked, especially like a good fiction book. One amazing fiction book I can recommend to anybody is The Count of Monte Cristo. That is an amazing book. I read it in grade school, and that's an assignment everybody had to do. So not everybody liked it, but when I actually started reading it, at first I didn't like it because it's a new book. I ain't really into it like that. But like after about that second, third, 100th page, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. it's a great revenge story, and it really just you really get hooked into Edmond Dantes as a character, and you just really appreciate all the triumphs and tribulations he had to go through just to plot his revenge. You feel bad for how he was, you know, exiled basically, and just convicted for a crime he never actually committed. And I mean, it just makes you think about our justice system. It makes you think about your own personal reactions and how you feel towards people who wrong you. And that's just one book, guys. That's just one book. It's a long book. It's like 1,200, 1,300 pages, but it's an amazing read, and it doesn't feel like 1,200 pages. Anyways, get to reading, guys, please. If nothing else, please start reading. You don't have to read the books I recommended. Find what you like, and I promise you it'll change your life. Slow down your thinking, guys, and just learn to just sit with your thoughts and just enjoy thinking. It is just the biggest gift we have as human beings. We are the best at thinking. No other animal thinks like we do. So make sure you get started reading something and just start thinking. All right, guys, I'm out of here.